Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Arc Pendant. This is going to be the 131310. I love this fixture. So I love it for a lot of different reasons, and we'll go over those now. So the beauty of Hubbardton Forge is you can tweak a design with their finishes and completely change the look of it. So this fixture, which is the arc right here, so to me, and I did this in sterling, which is kind of like a chrome finish. So for my customers who have like a mid-century modern house, let's say in Palm Beach, or actually not Palm Beach, but Palm Springs, mid-century modern, Miami, someplace like that, who want this sleek contemporary look, this sterling finish is going to be almost like a beautiful chrome. And it's actually not like a super shiny chrome, it's a little bit like an aged chrome. It's got a great look to it. So I can do kind of a cool mid-century 60s look, right? But if I have customers who are like in Colorado or upstate New York in the Adirondacks or anywhere else where they're doing more of a less contemporary, maybe more rustic or transitional look, using a finish like this is a bronze or dark smoke, will completely change this fixture and make it more, not rustic, but it could be rustic if you guys are doing a log home, but more transitional, so it isn't so blindingly contemporary. You can change this whole look, which is the beauty of Hubbardton Forge, because this is all made here, and you can become your own designer. The great thing about it. Okay, so let's get into details on this. So when we talk about the size of the body of the fixture, it's independent of what it's hanging from, which are going to be these telescoping rods I'll get into in a second. It is 24.2 inches high, and that's going to be the distance from here, the bottom of the fixture, to here, and that's where that telescoping rod's going to start. Okay, so we know it's about 2 feet high, 18.7 inches square. There you go. When you do overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture, remember that's down here, to the actual ceiling itself. And that's going to be a variety of ranges that you can get. And there's a pull-down menu up there that's going to show you those ranges. So let's go over those now. Short is going to be 31.7 to 34.7. Standard is 36.8 to 44.3. After that you have a long, 43.6 to 55.2. Another beauty of Hubbardton Forge is you can customize things if you need to. So we know the short on this is 31.7. Some of you guys might have a ceiling that's a little on the lower side, and you need this to be a little shorter. We know the fixture body is 24.2 to begin with. I really can't change that part of it, but we can change this part of it and get you a little shorter than that as a custom, or longer if you need to. Maybe if you're coming down from a two-story room or something like that, or a vaulted ceiling, cathedral ceiling. So how we do that is you're going to email me and say you're looking at the 1310, and you're going to tell me what you're looking for. And we know on the shorter than short, it would be somewhere between, like, let's say 26 to 28 and 31.7, because we know that this is a tall fixture to begin with. As far as the body goes, it's 2 feet, right? But if you need longer than long, it's going to be super easy. You're going to email me and say you're looking for 89 inches overall height or 156 inches overall height. I take your emails and I take them to Hubbardton Forge through the customs department. It comes back, and they'll most likely, for the longer than long, they'll give us a range. Shorter than short, it'll probably be a fixed height. But we do that all the time. Every single day I do customs. It's just a part of what we do. So let's talk about how this all works. So Hubbardton has a patent on this telescoping rod idea. Shorter rod goes into a longer rod. Where they come together is called a clutch. There's a little set screw right here. So this is going to telescope during your installation. You're going to get it where you want it to be. That's when you're going to be cutting wires. Always leave a little extra wire if you can. The wire on this is going to be enough wire to get you through the long. So you're going to have lots of extra wire on this, most likely. Leave a little extra up in the ceiling, just in case you ever want to bring this down in the future. It's always a good idea, okay? So on top of that, and I'll show you actually for this fixture, this is, I ordered the short version of this for our showroom, and this is the actual fixture itself and the canopy. So why don't we just kind of pop over to that. Oops. So, because it's a slightly different canopy than that one. So, okay. So we know this is going to be able to go over a regular junction box. This is the back of it, the bottom of the canopy, or the top of the canopy if you want to call it that. 10 pounds overall height, including your glass, so it just needs to hang from a junction box. No special requirements. The ceiling part of this, where the canopy meets the stem, these adjustable stems, is slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. So you can see how I just did that, right? It has a knuckle built into it right here that allows this to be slope ceiling adaptable to 45. You don't have to do any custom if you guys have a slope ceiling, so you're good to go there. up to 45 degrees, okay? After that, why don't we talk about a few other things? So let's get into the glass really quick. This has beautifully made, handmade glass. This is called Slump Glass. So I'm going to pull that up really close to you. See, there's a subtle bend to it. These are done in a kiln, and they're done in a mold. It's all hand done. This is the kind of glass you get in an art gallery. So Hubbardton Forge really goes beyond what they need to do. And you can see how thick that is too. It's absolutely gorgeous, this kind of swirl look. So that is our glass. Okay. And after that, why don't we talk about what's inside of this and what you can do as far as lamping. Okay, so you're going to have 4 of these porcelain sockets, and they're encompassed and encased in metal, so you don't really see this. You can go up to 60 watts for incandescent in each of these if you want to go old school incandescent. These are actually LEDs, and I have a couple of them I'm playing around with here. Yep, I guess this is good to go. I would probably do a flame tip in this. You can also do a torpedo shape. This is a G16. That's just the numbers kind of tell you what the size of the bulb is, and that could be kind of cool in this too. When you do LEDs, I talk all the time about the color of the light coming out of the LED. So on the box, when you buy your LEDs, there's going to be a chart. And see this chart right there? There's a little arrow that's going to show you what the color temperature of this bulb is that you're buying in the store. The light coming down on my hands is 3,000 excuse me, 3,000 Kelvin. That's considered warm white, and I tend to like that, especially on this with this glass. Some people like the cooler outside daylight, that bluish light. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. It's really up to you what you guys get. It's a dimmable fixture. Just make sure you guys buy dimmable bulbs if you're going to go in that direction. If you're doing LEDs, make sure you also tell your installer that you're going to be doing LEDs so they put the correct dimmer for LEDs on this fixture. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.